Hi, my name is Roberto Catalina. I'm IBM Client Technical Specialist of Storage, and I'm located in Madrid, Spain. Today we will show in this video how to improve customer performance with IBM Flash System. The video will be based on two scenarios. The first of these two tests will be named as Read Preferred Path. To do that, we are using one VMware 5.1 with one virtual machine inside with 4 virtual CPUs and 4 GB of RAM, and we will generate the workload using IOmeter. This server is connected to a V7000 storage array, an IBM storage array, through a Brocade SAN, and this V7000 is equipped with 16 internal 10K drives, and we are virtualizing one IBM flash system with only 2 ports connected to it. What we will do in this first test is to use vDisk mirroring of V7000, so every write that the system is doing will be done over the two technologies, and in the first stage we will be reading only over traditional magnetic disks, over the copy 0 of the mirroring. This is based on 16 SAS drives, and after that we will change the primary path to the flash system, so we will see how the performance is improved directly by moving to this flash system. As I have explained, we have this V7000, we are connected to the graphical user interface, in which I have TMS, a flash system virtualized with 300 GB of space, and over this pool, this flash pool, we have created 2 volumes, F and K, that will be presented to the VMware. These volumes has 2 copies, copy 0 residing over the magnetic disks, as I said before, and copy 1 residing over the flash system. So the system is configured in mirroring, and every write will be done 2 times. We have done a setup, so copy 0 is marked with an asterisk. It means that the reads go to this copy, to these magnetic disks. In order to monitor performance, we will also use the monitoring tool inside flash system. We will see bandwidth and IOPS per second in the system. Also, we have an overview of the flash system graphical user interface, very simple to use, very simple to set up, only 1 hour to set up this hardware. And now we are connecting to the virtual machine itself. I will start the performance monitor to see how much IOPS we are generating. We are monitoring both disks and the total IOPS of the system. I will start IOmeter to generate the workload with only 4 workers, 2 per disks. And I will use an IO pattern based on 8 kilobytes of IO size, 100 read and 100% in random. I start the IOmeter, and I see directly in Performance Monitor how we are obtaining roughly 4000 IOPS. Please remember that we are limited because of the number of the spindles, of the magnetic spindles inside V7000. We go to the V7000 itself to look at the performance GUI, and we can see this number of IOPS, about 4000 IOPS, but the most important thing is that we are seeing as typical 14 milliseconds of latency. This is a typical environment. After that, we will change the primary copy, so we will use copy 1 residing on flash to redirect the reads. I click on Make Primary over both disks, so reads will go through the flash instead of using magnetic disks, and we will see the impact on the performance. We have connected to the VMware and we see how directly we are going to 53,000 IOPS only by changing the read path of our VMware system. We go to the performance GUI in the storage array again, and we will see how this is reflected on the interface. We see the number of IOPS, but the most important thing about flashSystem is that we are obtaining this number of IOPS with less than 1 milliseconds of latency. We are managing this number of IOPS with half of the ports connected in V7000 and flash, and with less than 1 millisecond. Going to the flash GUI, we see how we are handling more than 400 megabytes per second and 53,000 IOPS, and using only half of the ports of the flash. Okay, this is the first test scenario called preferred path. This can be done also directly in the operating system itself without V7000. And now we will test the total performance of flashSystem connecting 4 volumes from the flash to the VMware itself in raw mapping. Please remember that we are limited by the VMware infrastructure. We are only using 4 gigabits per second HBAs in the server, and we are generating workload through only one virtual machine. To do this test, we will see also the performance by starting a performance monitor inside the virtual machines, monitoring 4 disks and the total of IOPS, the red line. So we start IO meter as before with 4 workers, 1 per each presented disk, and we will use the same workload, 100% random on read with 8 kilobyte. I start IO meter, and we can see how performance is roughly 130,000 IOPS with only one virtual machine and with less than 1 millisecond of response time. This is incredible, and using only 2 fiber channel ports on the server to do the tests. We can go to the flash system itself to see this performance reflected on the system. We can see the overview in the following screen to see real-time performance metrics. We see how we are handling about 1 gigabyte per second with flash. This is an important thing. flashSystem is not only for transactional, it can be used for video processing, for batch, for sequential, for everything, as there's no degradation. And we see how we are using only half of the flashSystem front end. Please imagine what can be done with this system at your customer, the performance improvement that customer can obtain because of flashSystem. That's all for this video, and please visit ibm.com and IBM storage channel on YouTube.